disappears to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight will always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. And I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with the C, and other people know me as Nacho Mama. That was my old YouTube name, but I'm going to go with my God-given name, which is Nacho Mama. So thank you guys so much for being here. We are going to do an all signs reading on what you don't see coming. But before we do that, we are going to talk about this. This is my book. It is called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction. Okay. I wrote this whole entire thing using my phone and some pieces of paper. All right. Like I would write on a paper, and then I would use like a text to talk into my phone. All right. And I share my story as a testimony of hope for anybody out there that is still struggling, or that has a loved one that is struggling in addiction, or anybody that is just sitting in silence. Like I share my story very loudly so that those that are sitting in silence don't feel alone. Okay. And this story goes all the way from, the stuff that happened in my childhood to running away from home, to living on the streets of Las Vegas, to hopping illegal freight trains and hitchhiking and traveling with the Rainbow Gathering, to just all kinds of stuff. Like I swear I've lived like 1,000 different lives in this one lifetime. So all of that will be in the description box. Like you could get it on Amazon, or you could get a free copy on my website, or you can email me and I can send you a signed copy, and all of that stuff will be in the description box below after the video is uploaded. Okay. So we are going to get this party started. Bam, bam, bam. We're going to go from Aries to Pisces. Hi, Doris. And we are going to see what we don't see coming, what you don't see coming. And that's just based on your current timeline. Like whatever it is that you're currently on, if you don't change anything, don't make any erratic, like, about face and turn to the left or turn to the right, or, like whatnot. Just in your general timeline as we are speaking right now. Okay. We're going to find out what you don't see coming. So let's put the banner up. Banner to Aries. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Aries. I hope you guys are having a wonderful everything always, right? Always and always. Let's see what Aries doesn't see coming. My mom made them. Thank you. My mom is that's why her handle is Whacked Crafter. Like she is a whiz at making things. So I appreciate that. And I'm wearing my kitty meow meows. Meow meow. Aries. What does the Aries collective not see coming? Please and thank you, universe. Please and thank you. Try to shuffle a little bit quieter because I noticed in the other one it was like kind of loud in the microphone. So I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out with my shuffling. Get all carried away with it. Aries, what do you not see coming? Ooh, the Queen of Wands and the Strength. So something that you have the Tower card in reverse. So something that you weren't sure you were going to make it out of, or you weren't sure that you were going to be able to make it through. Like you are definitely pulling in all of your inner strength, all of your inner resources, to make sure that that whatever this tower is that you're trying to prevent from falling, because it did come in the reverse. You are definitely trying to prevent this from happening. And I think that you are definitely going to pull it off. Whatever it is that you have thought was just going to crumble and fall into pieces. Like I think it's taken every bit of your strength in order to make this like run smoothly, to make it to where it is all okay. You might have had a little bit of a money issue and you weren't sure of which option to take or which route to go. But I think that with the Queen of Wands and the Strength here, like you are definitely going to make it through whatever this hardship is, especially if it has to do with financial hardship. Like, I think you're going to get some unexpected resources, or you're going to pull like that magic rabbit out of the hat. It's like the universe always provides everything you need, right? Everything you need and then some. I started adding and then some to my personal mantras, but the universe always provides everything that you need. It might seem a little bit difficult right now, you know, like you might not understand that, you might not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you are definitely pulling in all of your inner resource. You're pulling in that strength. You're fighting for whatever it is, and you're definitely taking leaps of faith with new avenues of resources, new, like maybe you're reaching out to try to get, you know, just a different opinion, or a different, maybe somebody from the outside that's not so personally involved in whatever this situation is, trying to get like an outside perspective, because sometimes it's really hard to see like what's really going on or what's actually available while we're in the middle of it, right? So I think some of you are definitely going to be looking for some sort of outside help, you know, and that doesn't necessarily mean like, you know, you're not looking for a handout, you know, it's like you're just exploring your options, trying to figure out which one will be best suited to get you through this, whatever this tower, like you see this tower coming, or you've been thinking that this tower is going to come. If you're worried about something falling apart, it is not going to fall apart. Like just at the last minute, like everything will smooth out and it'll be okay. All right. Hi, Mom. And yeah, the world card, that's like a completion. You know, you won't have to worry about whatever this situation is anymore, especially if it has something to do with financial, you know. I don't think you're waiting around. Don't just sit and wait around. Like definitely take some action. Take some action towards, you know, making these changes that you need to make, or by making the resources that you need to make. You know, make sure that you fill out the paperwork that you need to fill out if you're applying for a loan, or if you're looking to get into like apartments, or, you know, a different house or whatever. Make sure that you are actually taking the action to do that. But I think you are going to be taking the action, and whatever it is that you think that is going to be catastrophic isn't going to be catastrophic. Like, I think it's like very by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Okay. Like it might seem like it's totally like there absolutely is no point in trying, but like with you pulling out that the inner resources that you have with the Queen of Wands and the strength within the first couple of cards, like it might take some definite dedicated action on your part. All right. But don't let it get you down, because you will make it. You will be all right. Hi, Julie Bully. Yeah, don't let it get you down. Don't be indecisive. Take action, okay? Like you are definitely going to have to take some sort of action, but I think that what you don't see coming is like you think that everything is going, like there's something in your life that seems like it's catastrophic, okay? Or you might have like catastrophized something in your mind, like it might be worse in your mind than it actually is in real life, and you are going to pull through this, Aries. Whatever it is that has got you all up in your head, that is making you take action. Yeah, you'll see by the end of it that it really wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be, or it wasn't as hard as you thought it was going to be. But you definitely have to put in a plan. Like you definitely have to take action and make that plan to make this work out. All right. Let's see what we can get from these other cards. Deck switch. Put in some action, but don't just focus on the worst case scenario. And whatever it is that you're worried about crumbling is not going to crumble. That tower is in the reverse, you know, and you have the devil in reverse too. So it says release limiting beliefs, you know, let go of dark thoughts, and says freedom, restoring control, resentment, and lack of will. So don't just lay there on the couch and you know, be in that energy of like it's all going to fall apart anyways. Like definitely take some action. Be proactive in this, in changing this energy, okay? Yeah, have courage and confidence. Courage, confidence, independence. Like make sure that you set out a plan, like, you know, even if you're thinking about it, or you have to do a pro and con, or you have to write stuff down on a paper. Like I feel like there's something that needs to be written out on paper so that you can actually see it, okay? But whatever it is that you think is going to be a catastrophe really isn't. It's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be, but it is going to take some action on your part. Yeah. the 10 of Cups. So in the overall end, that like you're not going to have to worry. What you don't see coming is the fact that you're really not going to have to worry about it. That whatever it was that you thought was going to be like super bad or stored, you know, like if you thought you were going to lose your job, or you thought that you weren't going to get, like, you weren't going to be able to come up with the money to get a deposit on a new place within a certain amount of time. It's like at the very last moment, everything is going to fall into place and you're going to be able to make the moves and make the changes that you need to make, you know, but you do have to stay proactive. Okay. So don't just lay there. All right. These are kind of going to be kind of short messages. So we'll just go on to Taurus. Let's change the banner. Taurus. My mom's like a Halloween queen, man. Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you're watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming, and that is just if you stay in the same timeline that you're on right now. Don't make any sort of about faces or abrupt moves. You know, you don't exit stage left. We're going to see what you don't see coming on your current timeline in the moment, okay? Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It's a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me. Big bada boom, okay? I appreciate you guys. Dun, dun, dun. Taurus. What does Taurus not see coming? Ooh, difficult decisions. Are you like up in your head trying to make some sort of decision? Because you got the Two of Swords and you've got the 10 of Pentacles. So this might be some sort of big money move. You trying to make some money moves. You're not sure which way to go to make the money moves. You know, like you might have too many options. Like you're kind of in your head about what it is that you really want to do or how it is you really want to go about doing it. But you're definitely going to have some sort of increase in your wealth or your finances. You know, but don't be listening to anybody's bad advice. Okay. Like if you're out there asking for money advice or for love advice or for situation advice, don't be taking advice from somebody that you wouldn't be trading positions with. All right. Like if there's somebody out there that's trying to tell you how to make it, you're not going to find out how to make a bunch of money by talking to the homeless dude on the street. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to find out about how to be in a successful relationship by talking to somebody that's had nothing but failed relationships. It's like, yeah, they could tell you like how to they can help you identify what's toxic in a relationship, but if they've never been in a successful relationship, then they can't really help you manage or learn how to make an appropriate decision to be in a successful relationship, right? So make sure that the advice that you're getting from people is actually people that you admire, that you respect for their decision making. Okay, like don't just ask your you know, I hate to say this, but don't just ask your dumbass friends or whatnot for some advice that they really have no place giving you. Okay, because it says that you could be getting some bad advice, some sort of emotional manipulation. You know, there could be somebody around you that's moody or maybe jealous of your situation, you know, so make sure that the people that you're asking advice for actually have what it is that you're looking for. Okay. And it says to be a little bit humble, you know, to be a little bit humble. Like don't be super arrogant or you know, just boastful. Like it's one thing to be like proud of what it is that you're doing, but like some of these people might think that you're trying to rub it in their face. So they might try to give you the wrong advice just to prove a point, just to see like you fail. Okay. Like there are a bunch of undercover haters out there and you got to be really aware of someone's energy. Like you might have an undercover hater in your energy, but I think you're trying to make a decision on how to make more money, or like money's just going to fall in your lap out of somewhere. That's like sudden wealth, financial security, long-term success. That's like something that is a legacy. That's something that's tangible. You know, some of you might be getting a raise that you don't see coming. You might be getting a raise, or you might win some money on a lottery ticket or something. Yeah. And there might be some sort of something that you thought was going to be long-term and successful, you know, that might come. It might come like disharmony, some sort of domestic, like disconnection, misaligned, something about being misaligned in values or like your dreams, like somebody that you could see something long term with. You might find out that in all reality they don't have the same goals as you do, but that's just going to push you towards your own personal success. Like finding out what it is that you don't want, it will make it a whole lot easier to find what it is that you do want, because if you have no idea what you want and you just accept anything that comes to you, then you're like, sure, okay, I'm gonna, like, sure, I'll do this, and then you're like, wait, I don't like that, but you didn't know that you didn't like that until you went through it. So there's definitely like there might be some disharmony or like a disconnect with somebody that you feel that you felt like there could have been long term with, but that's actually going to push you towards your own personal independence, towards your own emotional independence and satisfaction. Like you never want to get tied down you don't want to get tied down too long to anything that does not resonate with your soul or with your own moral compass or with your own personal boundaries. Hi, John. Yeah, make sure that you got the Magician card in the upright. The Magician is the most action packed, like the one that has the most potential. Okay, like there's so much potential in your future and with what it is that you're trying to create. You have all the tools. It's like the Magician knows how to use all those tools. Okay, he's got everything that he needs on that table, everything that she needs on that table. And not only do they have everything that they need on that table, they also know how to use all of the tools available to make the manifestations happen, to make the dreams possible. So there might be somebody that's trying to poop on your dreams, that's trying to rain on your parade. Somebody that's definitely not aligned with your values that you might come into contact with, or you might discover inside yourself. But through that discovery, you're definitely finding more of your value, of what it is that you truly want, and then you're going to go after it. With the Magician, like that's clarity. You're going to be gaining clarity, more skill, like you'll have a better understanding, and you're going to accept, like you're going to come to this place of acceptance that it is what it is, that not everybody is meant to be a permanent part of your life, or that they're not meant to be a permanent part of your like your job. Like you're not meant to be permanently in this one spot in your job. It's like you're definitely going to be coming into a place of peace and acceptance, moving on, finding balance. But I think it has a lot to do with this 10 of Cups that is in the reverse. Okay. Finding out what you don't want is definitely going to push you a lot further to what you do want. With the 9 of Cups and the Magician, that's like pushing you straight onto your path of what it is that you do want. But it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. There might, with that disconnection. There you might have a struggle with your relationship. It just feels really disconnected, and you're going to let that come to a close. You might be surprised how accepting of it you actually are. Like that might be what you really don't see coming, is like how accepting of the transition that you really are, like how much more thankful you are inside yourself, like how much more peace you have inside yourself with the decisions that you're making or with the endings that are happening in your life. Like you're not holding on to it and like holding on for dear life to something that doesn't really like register with you, that doesn't resonate with you, that's something that's really toxic for you. Like I think you're going to find yourself at peace. Like you're going to wake up and you'll be like, it's okay that it didn't work out, like that's okay. Like you're not going to hold on to this resentment or bitterness or anger, or the roles could be reversed too. There might be somebody else that wakes up and is like, it's all right that Taurus doesn't want to be with me, or it's all right that we didn't connect. Like, it's okay, like there just might be this sudden realization that it's actually for the best. All right. My mom wanted me to do these, so we're going to do one of these fucking cards. I forgot to do it for the Aries collective, but we'll do it for this. What does the fuckets have to say for the Taurus collective? What do we got? This one. One step at a time. Okay. And the importance of little steps too. Like, have you ever seen that meme where there's a ladder and then there's like this guy at the end of the ladder and there's these huge steps and it's like he climbs up onto the top of that first step, but he can't even reach the second step, you know? So make sure you're taking like small steps in the right direction are better than no steps or a bazillion steps in the wrong direction, right? Let's get one more. Time to change a fucked up situation. And I think that's what you're going to come into acceptance of, you know, that it is what it is. And it's actually okay that it is what it is. Like, no harm, no foul. It is what it is, right? All right, let's go on to the Gemini collective. Gemini. Boop, boop, boop. I push the button here and I push the buttons over here. And then I push the button here and badam. Hi, Gemini. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. We're going to find out what you don't see coming, okay? If you stay on the exact same timeline you're on right now and don't make any sort of like exit stage left or about faces, we're going to find out what you don't see coming, okay? Okay. For my Gemini collective, what do we got for Gemini? Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It is a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? Okay. Okay, okay. Gemini, what do we got? What does Gemini not see coming? Gemini, in the past, I think you've been really like, just really like impulsive or just like really like go with the flow or like whatever happens, happens. But I think you're starting to be more calculated, okay, with the Fool in the reverse. Like, you're not taking any leaps of doubt, you know, like you're not just like throwing caution to the wind, being like, fuck it, you know, like you're actually making planned, like you're planning stuff, Gemini. Maybe you're labeling things or like making a plan for the future. It's like you're not just like off on a whim, you know. I mean, air signs are, you know, we're always up in this lofty cloud daydreaming, and I think like you're starting to put your feet on the ground and make practical plans, make practical decisions, make logical decisions instead of emotional decisions. And that might come as a surprise. You might be like, huh, I actually planned this out, you know. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Like, you're not leaving it up to fate right now. Like, you're actually taking the actions. You're actually pushing forward. You're the one that's making the plan, you know, where before you might have just gone with the flow or like just let whatever happen, you know, like if it works, it works, which I mean, for the majority, like that's a really good, you know, that's a good way to be, you know, but at the same time, like I think there was a lack of structure, you know, so I think you're trying to like, you have made this solid plan, like you've been working on this solid plan, and I think you're actually completing this plan. Like, you're going to see some sort of fruits of that. Like, you've been really nurturing yourself, really nurturing your ideas. Like, you're starting to be around people that really like understand you. You know, where once before you felt like you didn't fit in, or you like might have lost contact with like groups of friends, or like anytime that you felt like you fit in, it's like, well, you only fit in if you act X, Y, and Z, or if you were like this, or if you believe the way that we believe. And it's like you've sidestepped all of that, and like you've just really became your true authentic self, like really nurturing yourself and becoming your true authentic self. And you're finding it so much more peaceful, you know, you're finding that it is so much more peaceful to like have solid roots planted, or like a firm grip on something. Like, you might have thought that this wasn't going to provide any fruit for your labor, you know, like you've definitely been working really hard on this. But yeah, you're letting go of whatever it is. You're letting go of the attachment to the outcome, you know, even though like you've got a solid plan in play. you're not attached to the outcome of what other people think about it. You're not trying to please everyone around you. It's like you're not trying to have all your energy pulled in all of these different directions. You know, you might be saving money, which that might be like a big time first, you know, like you actually have some money in your savings account, like you've got some big plans in the future. And I think you should be proud of yourself for putting those plans into action, you know, because maybe you've never really tried to do this before. And I think you are staying like sturdy on your decision. Like, no, I'm going to make it happen. Like, I'm going to get my own place. I am going to move by this time. I'm going to get a new car. And like, you've actually made that plan, and you've been saving money and you've been working towards it. And I really think that you should pat yourself on the back, like the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, the Queen of Cups. You know, you've been doing a lot of work, a lot of internal work, you know, and that's the Judgment. That's like getting your dues, getting your just dues, you know, from working really, really hard. So something that you've been working really, really hard for and saving up money, you know, you've been saving, you've been not partying, you've been not, you know, like not just like winging it. Like you're actually like, I ain't winging it. I'm doing the damn thing. Like, this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to get it. And you're getting it. You can see that you're actually going to accomplish that, which might be a little bit different. You know, most of the Geminis I know are super like by the seat of their pants. You know what I mean? And you've always had pretty good luck like that. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but to actually put a plan in place and to see it all the way through, like from start to finish, might be something that's like a little bit new for you. Yeah, with the Six of Wands, Chablam. What does that look like he's doing? Like, he's got victory, right? Whatever it is that you're setting out to do, like, and you might be dealing with somebody that's younger, or it might be something to do with your kids, maybe something that you have planned for your children, you know? Like, no, like, I want to see you succeed, like X, Y, and Z. Like, maybe you put aside a trust fund for them, or maybe you just opened some sort of savings account for your kids college. You know, there's something that you're implementing for the long term, for the future, that you probably never thought that you would do. You know, you're like, I'm never going to grow up, right? You're like, life insurance policies, like, that's only what old people do, you know? But it's like you are actually getting to the point in your life where you're like, no, maybe that's a responsible thing to do and not just an old people thing to do. Like, you're trying to make more plans for the future. You are a little bit impatient, though. But you do see things, like you see the bigger picture. There's something here that you definitely see the bigger picture for. So give yourself a pat on the back, Gemini. You're doing pretty good. All right, let's get you a fuck it card. What do we got? What do we got for Team Gemini? Thank you guys so much for being here. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Gemini. What do we got for the Geminis? You will earn more money. More money, more money. I think you're going to be stashing some of that too. What was I just talking about? This is put on bigger boots because the bullshit's getting deeper, right? You're like, I ain't putting on bigger boots. I'm just going to avoid all the cow patties. Like, no, thank you. Like, you ain't going to ruin my brand new shoes. I just paid a bunch of money for these shoes. Like, I ain't putting on no galoshes to wade through some bullshit. All right. Let's go on to the Cancer Collective. Thanks, Whacked Crafter, aka Mama Beans. Cancer. Oh, I always forget that I have to not do that one. I should just delete that one. I had to make a ticker one. Tickers. Here we go. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. 29. Hi, Cancer. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming. Like, if you stay on the current path that you're on right now and don't like about face or exit stage left, or what is it that my Cancer Collective does not see coming? What do we got? Hi, Jennifer, not Jenny. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Cancer. What do we have for the Cancer collective? What do we got? What do my Cancers not see coming? Shablam. What? The Seven of Wands. What's up with that? The Seven of Pentacles. So there might be somebody that is trying to take credit for your work, Cancer, like something that you have put a whole lot of work into. Like there might be somebody that is trying to take it. Like, I don't know why I feel that from the Seven of Wands, but there's somebody that's going to try to take credit for whatever it is that you've been doing, or they're going to say that you haven't been doing anything, right? Like they're probably going to point fingers at you and be like, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that and you didn't do that. And it's like, they're not seeing what you actually did do. They're only pointing out what it is that you haven't done. Okay. And this person might be extremely like hard to talk to, like really stubborn, really bullheaded. Like this doesn't really feel like like, I mean, roles could be reversed. This could be your energy. You could be not seeing what somebody has done and only pointing out their negatives. But I really feel like somebody is going to be trying to take credit for the work that you've put in. They're going to try to put their name on it. You know, like they'll like it's like you wrote an essay and they turned it in with their name on it. You know, or that you had this checklist at work and it's like your coworker initialed off their name, that they're the ones that did all the stuff, even though you're the one that did all the stuff, right? Hi, my therapist. If you have not checked out Jessica's channel, like Jessica is my therapist and she is an awesome person and a wonderful reader, and you should go check out her channel as well. Jennifer, not Jenny. Jessica. So yeah, this person definitely might be trying to take the credit for whatever it is that you have been doing, you know, or they might not give you enough credit. It's either they're taking it or they're not giving you enough for whatever it is that you've been doing, you know. And I think you've worked really hard for this with the Knight of Cups. You know, this might be something that you've put like a whole lot of love into, you know, like you're like, I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to give it my all. And there is somebody that is just not appreciative, or there is somebody that's trying to take it over like it's their own, you know. And you are definitely looking for that inner guidance with the Hermit here. Like you might be doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of like, you know, asking your guides and your guardians, or praying. You know, sometimes you have to actually do things out loud. Like the angels can't come in and interfere with your life without permission. Okay. Like they just can't come in and meddle in the affairs of humans without us actually giving them verbal permission. So sometimes you have to actually ask out loud, you know. And that could also be something else too. Is like maybe you maybe you need some help doing something, you know, and instead of like people, we automatically assume that people are mind readers. It's like, well, you've seen me struggling, so I mean, why didn't you offer to help me? And it's like, well, why don't you ask for help, you know? So make sure that you are actually verbalizing your needs, your wants, your desires, your concerns. Like, don't just hold it all into your mind and expect somebody else to be a mind reader. And this also might be something that somebody is doing to you as well. Like they just expect you to know what it is that they want, you know. Like you're just supposed to know. You're just supposed to know because, you know, we've been around each other for X amount of time and you're just supposed to be able to read my mind, you know. And you might have to remind this person that you're not a mind reader. Well, thank you very much, Jessica. Yeah. Like they're just kind of sitting around waiting. This is either you or someone else. Like, I don't know if you're doing this. Like, are you just sitting around waiting for somebody to give you what it is that you want when you haven't expressed it? You know, I just dropped some cards. What do we drop? Keeping your opportunities open. I dropped this one. You know, I dropped the Two of Cups, or maybe they are not, they're not coming towards you, or you don't know how much this person actually loves you. All right. They might just expect you to know it already, you know, but there might be some sort of disconnect there with the way that this person communicates to you. So you might actually get some sort of clear communication from this person. Like they might have this epiphany. Well, like, oh, well, I actually never really talked to Cancer about this, you know, like I've never actually like completely made it known. I've just hinted, you know, and I made assumptions. Like this person might have been really making assumptions that you already knew how they felt. So you might be getting some sort of confession of feeling, you know, with the Two of Cups here. Hi, Siva. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, you might get a confession as well. Like there's somebody that might be taking credit for your work, or they're not giving you enough credit for your work. And you also might be receiving some sort of confession from somebody that just thinks that you're supposed to be a mind reader, you know, or you might come to the awareness that this person thinks you're a mind reader, that you should just know. And you will have like a very solid conversation with this person. Yeah. Watch mood swings. If you're having any sort of mood swings, okay, like be real conscious of your vibration. All right. It's okay to be in a bad mood. Like just own it when you're in a bad mood. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I start talking in really bad accents. Okay. And it's really hard to be angry if you're talking in a bad accent on purpose. So try to be silly, you know, spend some time to be silly. But yeah. All right, let's go on to the Leo collective. These are kind of real short run throughs. Okay. Leo. I'll try to make them short. I'm not very good at it. Leo. Hi, Leo. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what it is you don't see coming, all right? Like, and this is just on your current timeline, like the current path that you're on right now. Like, if you don't make any sort of about face or exit stage left, we'll see what it is you don't see coming for the Leo collective. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It is a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? Big bada boom, chicken good, multipass. What does Leo not see coming? What do we got for the Leo collective? The bad accent that works out brilliantly. Like it's really hard to be mad if you're talking a bad Russian accent. Okay, you cannot yell like this. It's a bad accent. You know, it's real hard to be mad. Leo. What does Leo not see coming? What does Leo not see coming? Shabam. I don't like it, Leo. I'm going to put these cards back in here and shuffle them back up, okay? Because you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. I don't like these cards. We're just going to put them back. We're gonna pretend they weren't there. You've got the Six of Swords, and then you've got the Five of Wands, okay? That looks like stick fighting. I mean, unless you're into boffing, you know, which that could be kind of fun. We could flip that to, you know, like you're just taking fencing classes, or like you're into like Nerf, like those people that sit out in the park with like giant Nerf things and like full on armor, you know. But it looks like there's going to be some sort of blocked creativity, some compromising self-love, you know, some transition, leaving behind something old. And then you have competition and rivalry, conflict and disagreement. I don't like that, Leo. You know, there's definitely that somebody around you is very emotionally imbalanced. Like this person could come off just like they might just be being a butthead on purpose, you know. They're cold, they have a bad attitude. There just might somebody be around you that has a bad attitude. So, and this might come out of nowhere. You might be like, you know, like, where the hell did you what side of the bed did you wake up in the morning? You know, it's not my fault that you feel this way. Okay. There's definitely somebody that is going to try to push your buttons, try to get you to be in a bad mood with them. I mean, and it's okay if you like, if anytime I'm in a bad mood, I'm like, hey, do you want to be in a bad mood with me? Like, we're just going to be mad. We're going to be mad on Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Okay. It's 5 o'clock on Tuesday and we're mad and we're just going to be mad about everything, you know, and it definitely makes it a whole lot easier to deal with being angry. But there's definitely somebody around you that is going to have a bad attitude and is going to try to pick a fight with you or try to, you know, the 10 of Cups in reverse. Like this might be a close family member. Yeah, just don't let it turn into, don't feed into that energy. Okay. Like, have you ever noticed that if you're in a bad mood, somebody with a positive attitude pisses you off more, right? It's like, you're trying to ruin my bad attitude. Like this person is going to get angry if you try to kill them with kindness. That's just going to make them more angry. So try not to feed that energy, you know, like maybe just stop and hug this person. Sometimes like that will stop somebody's bad attitude altogether too. It's like, nope, come here, you know, I'm giving you a hug, you know, don't bite me. Like, I'm not putting you in a corner, you know, it's okay that you're not okay, but you know, you taking it out on me is not okay either, right? So don't feed into this person's bad attitude, because then you guys will both be in a bad attitude and then it'll just escalate from there. But there's definitely going to be somebody around you that is going to try to get you to engage in confrontation with them. And it might hurt your feelings with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Like, it might get you in your feels a little bit. Like, why are they being so rude to me? You know, like, what did I do? You know? And it has absolutely nothing to do with you, Leo. It has nothing to do with you. They're just grumpy. Okay. They're in a grumpy, they want to sit in their grumpy pants. And just don't engage into that. Don't feed that energy. Don't agree to be in that sort of an energy exchange. All right. Yeah. Pause. Make sure you pause before you respond. Like, a moment of silence in the middle of a minute of anger can save you a lifetime of regret. Okay. So don't say anything that is like, the first thing that pops into your mind when somebody's like rude or shitty to you, okay, like, don't say that thing. Okay. The first thing that pops into your mind, you know what I'm talking about. Like, don't say that thing. Okay. Like, take a deep breath and like think about it a little bit more and then say the other thing that comes into your mind. Yeah. Yeah, you're just gonna have somebody's manipulation. You got the Magician card in reverse, so there's definitely going to be somebody in your energy that just has a bad attitude, and that's not your problem. All right, but you can turn it into your problem if you agree to exchange that energy with them. So try to remain in balance of your own, like, have your own emotional like equilibrium, okay, and stay within your own emotional like bubble, and don't feed into that energy because it becomes contagious. All right. And then everybody in your household just has a bad attitude, and that's never a combination that's never a good combination. So yeah, watch out for somebody with their bad attitude. Let's get you a fuck it card. My mom loves these cards. She got them for me. I forgot to do them for a couple of signs, but what do we got? Boop, boop, boo, doo, boop, boo. Lovely. So I mean, that might be the first thing that you want to say to somebody. That sounds like a nightmare. Smile and nod. Good luck. Smile and nod. Just be careful not to pop off, all right? And it says deception, pay attention. Somebody is wearing a mask. Somebody is trying to wear a mask of deception, okay? So just know that underneath that mask of anger or underneath the mask of, their bad attitude is something, there's probably sadness, or there's probably a loneliness there, or there's probably something else going on that has absolutely nothing to do with you, and they're wearing that mask of anger or a mask of bad attitude to try to cover what it is that they actually feel. All right. And it's not your problem. Okay. It's not your problem unless you agree to make it your problem. All right, let's go on to the Virgo collective. RGO. RGO and Virgo is the sign, yo. I'm going to record the individuals for Libra and whatnot tonight. So those will be up. Those will either be up tonight or I'll post them tomorrow. But the individual signs will be up. Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to see what you don't see coming. If you don't change anything right now on your immediate timeline, like you don't exit stage left and you don't make about face and turn right or left, what it is that you don't see coming right meow, okay, with your current timeline you're on. What do we got? What do we got for the Virgo collective? Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. Is a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? Big bada boom, chicken good. Ain't no unity without community, right? Ain't got to be a Rockefeller to help a fella. Just got to hit the little like button. Thank you. All right, Virgo. What does Virgo not see coming? What does Virgo not see coming? What do we got for Virgo? 4 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. The 4 of Wands in reverse, that's like the 11-11. So something that you had really wished for or hoped would be like super successful might take a little bit more work. Okay, you might have to give a little bit more time, like be a little bit more charitable with your energy, or there might be somebody that is, if you're not having that great of a time right now, there might be somebody that's like super charitable with their energy, might be doing volunteer work or just putting in the energy to help bring this 4 of Wands into the upright, okay? Because whatever it was that you thought was going to be really, really hard, like you're definitely seeing that it's not as hard as you thought it was going to be. Like that catastrophe is not actually a catastrophe. It might be a little inconvenient. It might be a little bit unpleasant, but it's not as heartbreaking or as hard like this because it came out in reverse. So it's not as difficult as you once thought it was going to be. You are opening up to your inner resources, to your inner guides. You might just be kind of like sticking to yourself, being alone, but you do have like you might have family visiting. There might be family that comes in from out of town, or from that might be family that's helping do the volunteer work with you. There might just be people that are in your energy that you love. Just as I say love, it's the lovers, like people that you have really close connections to. I think you might get a surprise visit from somebody in your family, or like from one of your children, or like a relative you haven't seen in a long time. But definitely something that you thought was going to be way harder than it actually is. It's like it was a lot worse in your mind than it actually is in real life, and there's definitely a lot of a lot of collaboration, like a lot of teamwork. There might be several people that are offering you help. I think you're just going to have more help than you thought you were going to have. Like it's not going to be as much work as you thought it was going to be. Like something is going to be a little bit easier than what you might have imagined. Yeah, and you have some new ideas. You might start a new creative project. This hasn't come to fruition yet, because it's like just planting the seeds. You might not see the fruits of the labor, but there's definitely something that you're very passionate about that you might start creating. And the Magician, right? That's like using all the tools you have under your belt. It's like knowing that you have the resources, knowing that you have the tools, and not only knowing that you have the tools, but knowing how to use those tools, right? Like what good is a tool if you don't know how to use it? You might have to bang yourself up a couple of times before you actually get proficient at whatever it is, but it's like this is something that you are very proficient with. But I think you're just going to get some sort of visit from a family member that you haven't seen in a while, or there's going to be a lot of collaboration, a lot of teamwork, with people that you weren't sure were even talking to each other. It's like there's something about a situation that's going to bring people together, or you're going to see or you're going to make up with somebody that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time, or a relative that you haven't talked to in a long time. There's somebody that's putting the past, the burden of the past behind them, right? Might be a little bit indecisive, not sure what to do with that situation. Like, especially if somebody comes back from the past, and tries to rekindle like a relationship with you, or tries to reconnect with you. I feel like it's some sort of family member though. Like you're not sure how to feel about that situation. You're definitely you're going to be up in your head weighing those options, with the Hangman and the Two of Pentacles there. Like you're not sure if you want to let them back in or not. The Ten of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you just might remember everything that happened in the past with them, and are really cautious about letting them into your inner circle. Maybe they were in your inner circle at one point, but you are like very hesitant about this person. And I think rightfully so. Like whatever it was that they did in the past, like definitely put a damper on y'all's relationship or your trust with them. Like you don't trust this person at all. But there's definitely some sort of person that's close to you that might be popping up out of nowhere from your past that you do not trust. And you're trying to weigh your option on if you trust them, if you still don't trust them, But whatever it was that you thought was going to be difficult is actually moving right along. All the blockages are moved out of the way. Moving right along, riding that wave, and taking that leap. So you might let this person back in with that leap of faith there. But I think you're really super cautious about it. There's definitely a lot of blockages there. But I think you're going to get some message from somebody. And it's no secret how you feel. It's no secret how they feel. It doesn't look like they're keeping secrets either. Like this person might have done a little bit of reflection, a little bit of changing. But overall, I think that you are definitely going to go through a period with the Hierophant, like you are committed to growth and evolution. Like you're staying focused, you're staying grounded, you're accepting help if there's somebody out there that's there to help you, like you're accepting the help. Like you might have some sort of family reunion or something that you're invited to that you're kind of hesitant about. But I think you're going to go ahead and check it out. Go see what's up, talk to the people, see what they got going on. Virgo. All right. Let's get you a fuck it card. Do, 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 do. Yeah, something that you were very worried about before is moving a lot more smoothly than you imagined. Like you're a lot less stressed, and a lot less worried. My mom's a Virgo. Ask yourself, is it worth the fucking effort? Okay. And this might have to do something with that past person. Like if this past person comes back in, you know, I'm pretty much I think you've pretty much decided what you're going to do. Like you already have like a whole script written out of what you will say to them. And it says you will conquer this. Okay. That's what we were saying. Whatever it was that you thought was going to be super difficult or that was going to be so much harder than it is, like you've got this. You've got this, Virgo. You'll find out that it actually wasn't that bad. All right. Let's go on to the Libra collective. Libra. Boop, boop, boo. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming. And that's just if you stay on the path, on the timeline that you're on right now and don't make any sort of like about faces or exit stage left. We're going to find out what you don't see coming. All right. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It is a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? Big bada boom. Multi-pass. Libra. Team Libra. What do we got? What does Libra not see coming? Queen of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. The Temperance. And the Magician. Libra, are you running out of patience for something? With the Temperance in reverse here, it's like you're trying to be balanced, you're trying to stay positive, you're trying to, be patient with people or be patient with your manifestations, but like there's a part of you that it's like, when is it going to happen? Like you keep looking at the clock, like, is this going to happen? When is it going to happen? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And I think that you are going to see some sort of progress in whatever it is. Like you have definitely, like you have the tools, like you are the magician. That's like the action card. All right. Whatever. You can't just wait around for it. You can't just wait around and be all grumpy and humpy and, like, ugh, like nobody cares anyways. I'm just going to go eat worms, big fat juicy ones, little teeny tiny ones. Oh, how they wiggle and squirm. Like, no, you gotta actually take the action, put the work, take inspired action, okay? But you do have that permanent contentment in the realm of the heart. Like that's permanent. That's permanent happiness. That's permanent contentment. That's the all wishes granted. All systems a go. Houston, we have a go for this manifestation, okay? Hi, Goodman. That's a good saying. There's a place for everything and everything is in its place, right? Ain't that the truth? You will have some sort of wish fulfillment. Like what you might have thought was like not whatever it is you've been impatient about with the Temperance in the reverse, you definitely are seeing some of the fruits of your labor, of some of the manifestation. Like maybe you've had a vision board for a while, and you're like, well, when am I going to get to check off any of these visions on my vision board, and like it might have came in and you didn't even realize it because it didn't look exactly the way that it was on your vision board. You have to make sure that you leave a little bit of wiggle room for the universe to give you what it is that you truly need, not just what you want, right? Like, sure, you might have wanted it to look exactly this color or to be, have like these specifications, but you're going to see that the universe actually did bring you what it is that you wanted, and you might have overlooked it because it didn't look exactly the way that you wanted it to, or because you were busy being impatient about manifesting something else, but don't be in this, don't be eating worms, Libra. I don't care if they're big, fat, juicy ones or little teeny scrawny ones. Like you can watch them wiggle and squirm, but don't be eating them. No eating worms. Yeah, the Fool card, that's that taking that leap of faith. I think you're stepping out into the unknown. There might be something that you're going to have an opportunity to do that might be completely out of your comfort zone, right? I'm trying to give a good example, but there's something that is just going to hit your intuition. Like you're just going to have some sort of inspired idea, inspired action. Like Abraham Hicks always talks about being in the vortex and having inspired action, right? There's going to be something that hits you out of nowhere. Like you're just going to wake up one morning and be like, whoa, I want to do this. I want to do X, Y, and Z, even though you have no clue how to do it whatsoever, or you have no clue if it's going to succeed, like you just have faith. Like you're like, okay, the universe, God, spirits gave me this for a reason, and I have faith in my spirits, I have faith in my angels, I have faith in God, and that's what I'm called to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Like you're very much like trying to follow your inner self and your higher path, your the path of least resistance, right? Like Abraham says. And I think you are definitely going to find some success in that. You're going to find a lot of happiness. Like that's that permanent contentment, right? The Fool, once you take that leap and you start seeing that the universe really does have your back, like that you are okay, like you are protected, right? Then it makes it a little bit easier to stick your toes into the pool of divine waters. You're like, I'm okay, because the universe has got me, because God's got me, right? Like it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, like that you'll be okay. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to let go of control, let go of this like impatience that you have. But you are definitely going to be taking some sort of inspired action that you might not have ever even thought about, something that never even like crossed your radar. That's like me. Like I never thought that I would be like an advocate for recovery. Like if you would have told me that I was an advocate for recovery, like 7 years ago, I would have laughed you out of my existence. Like I would have laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. But hi, my name is Crystal, and I am a recovered addict. Okay, so there's something that you definitely like would have never ever guessed ever in a million years that is going to be really super exciting and like spiritual for you. Watch out to those attachments, to the attachment of the outcome. Okay, release yourself from the fears, from the bondage that you have, from expectation. Okay, I feel like this is expectation. Release yourself from any sort of fear you have of going into the unknown. Release yourself from being a slave to substance. Like if you are some sort of like I can't do this because I need my nicotine, or I can't function because I haven't, like I don't have this or I don't have that. Like try to release yourself of any of those chains that you have attached to you. Okay. And keep it pushing forward. Have that faith, Libra. You got this. All right, let's get you a fuck it card. My favorite is Peoples. I'm so happy to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't checked out Goodman's Mixes, please go and give Goodman's Mixes a like and a holla and a subscribe. He puts on them fire playlists that gets us pump up the jam, pump it up, before we get started on these tarot adventures here. I always forget about the notification bell. All right, a fuck it card. These are my mom's favorite cards. She specifically asked me to do these. So it says karma will kick their ass. And I don't know if I actually agree with this whole karma thing. Okay. Because karma is like, that is such, we'll just kick out the karma. Okay. It's not karma that's going to kick their ass. Like whatever you put out into the world is what you get back. That's just a universal law. That's not no superhero in the sky that's called karma. It's going to kick their butt. But what you put out is what you get back, right? Like they will have the day that they deserve. And hopefully it's something that is reflective. If somebody's done you wrong or whatever, like I'm sure you learned from somebody doing you wrong, just as you've learned by doing somebody else wrong. Like that's the way karma works, like. Let's see what else we got. It says, are you crazy? Just smile and nod. You don't have to say no, just smile and nod. Mm-hmm. I sure am. My cats are over there getting in the drawers. They're always in the drawers. All right. So if you hear that, that's what's going on in the background. Let's go on to the Scorpio collective. Scorpio. My mom made these cute little earrings for me. She's been making all these window blings, you know, like sun catchers or whatever, rainbow makers. And she made me these guys. Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming, and that's on your current timeline. So if you don't make any sort of about face or exit stage left, you know, you don't insert Ned Flanders scream and run, you know, and take off running, we're going to see what you don't see coming, okay? Scorpio, little stinger butts. Well, thank you very much. Abavina? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to have to look it up so I can pronounce it correctly. But thank you so much. Stinger butts. What do we got for the stinger butts? Like, I have so much Scorpio in my chart. Like, I could pretty much almost be an entire Scorpio. Like, I have the Scorpio stellium and I have a Libra stellium. Scorpio, what do we got? The Temperance, the Fool, and the 10 of Swords. So I think whatever it was that you thought you were never going to get over, there's something that happened in your life, right? That was like, there's the before this happened, and then there's the after this happened. Like, in the you before it happened is not the same as the you after it happened, right? There's something in your life that you never ever thought that you were going to be able to get over at all, okay? And I think that you are waking up with the sense of it not taking up so much space in your heart and in your mind. Okay. Like, it's not that you don't care about it anymore. Like, you just don't have that same emotional reaction to whatever that situation was, whatever this soul crushing situation is. It's like, you are going to wake up and you're going to just realize that it doesn't affect you like it once did. Like, maybe if you just thought about that situation, like, it would send you in this downward spiral, you know, and you know that it made you feel defeated and that you were never going to get over whatever this situation was. And I think you were going to wake up soon and you were going to have this like feeling of relief from that situation. And it's not that you don't care about it, and that it's not that whatever happened to you was okay, or whatever those, you know, flashy terms are that people like to use. It's just that you're not going to have that same emotional reaction to it. Like, you are going to feel lifted from the weight of the suffering that you've been, like, the spell of suffering that you've been under with this situation. And find your inner balance, your equilibrium. All right. Like, you're just going to have this breath of fresh air, you know, like, you're not going to let it steal. You're not going to let it steal your joy anymore. Because even though this situation has, you know, is not in your present moment, it's still it's been in your energy, like presently in your energy continuously, you know, and even if you don't talk about it very often, like, it runs through your mind, or you smell something certain and like you go on this downward spiral, like it puts you into a panic attack. Like, you've been still very much ruled by this person or the situation that happened to you. And I think that sometime in the near future, you are going to wake up and you are going to realize that this energy is no longer a thief in the night, no longer a thief of your joy, no longer a thief of your ability to choose how you feel during the day. Because I know how it feels sometimes that it's actually like lifted. It might have been a very long process, you know, but that's like one of the first stages of healing is is not letting that situation like rule your headspace anymore. And I think you are going to wake up and you're just going to have this sudden like inner knowing with the Hermit card. Like you're just going to feel this relief, like this weight lifted off of you. And it's not because you're like, oh, I forgave them, or because of how much time has passed. It's like there's like this button that just clicked, you know, this button that clicked, and you're like, wow, I didn't let that ruin my day. You know, I heard their name today and it didn't completely shatter me, right? And you're going to be able to give yourself give yourself a little hug, you know, for that win. That is a huge win for you, okay? A huge win towards like true healing. It doesn't matter how long it's been, you know? Yeah, how long this tower has happened. Like you are truly like are healing from that, whatever that situation that was before. There was a before this happened. There was a you that was before this, and then there was the you after this. Kitties, you guys are making a ruckus. Yeah, and then you've got the Sun card. All right, you're going to find that inner switch to happiness. You are going to find that it no longer controls your mind, your energy, your day. That's a huge win. Huge win. Yep. Letting that burden go. It's not going to control you any longer. That's huge. All right, let's get you a fuck it card. What do we got for the fuck it's? Oh, I gotta not do that on my table. I know there's people that are listening with headphones, so I will try to be very quiet with my shuffling. How about this one? Sounds like a nightmare. Good luck. That could be, you could be smiling and nodding at somebody. Smile and nod. The angel of fresh air says, open your windows and let that out. But that's kind of like, that's what that energy felt like. It was just like this, you know? And you don't even know when exactly it happened, but when you realize it, you're going to feel such a sense of peace. Like you might not be aware of exactly when that moment took place, but when you do realize it, you're going to be like, it's just going to be like a breath of fresh air. All right, let's go on to the Sagittarius collective. Sagittarius. I always think of Sagittarius, like whenever I say like Sagittarius, is like I think of little dinosaurs, rawr, you know, little centaur dinosaurs. Sagittarius, what do we got for the Sagittarius collective? You dealing with the circus? Circus music, man. I don't know why that's always in my head. All right, Sagittarius. Hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming. If you stay on the current timeline that you're on right now and you don't make any sort of about faces and turn to the right or left or exit stage left, let's see what we got. What do we got that you don't see coming? Sagittarius. I have a Sagittarius moon. I love Sagittariuses. Y'all are fun. Super friendly, fun, outgoing, you know, optimistic. Sagittarius. Hi, Mojo. Mojo Jojo. If you guys have not checked out Mojo's channel, definitely go and give Mojo a holla. Go like and subscribe and say hello. Tell him that I sent you. Like, Nacho Mama told me to pinch your butt. We're pinching Mojo's butt. Yeah, check out Goodman's Mixes, Mojo. Check out Tarot Vibes. Check out my Tarotist. What do we got? Sagittarius. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sagittarius, what do you not see coming? Thanks, Goodman. My cat's name is Mojo, or my cat's name is Mojo. Woo! Sagittarius, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the Four of Wands. Like, does it get any more 11-11 than the Wheel of Fortune? Like, luck turning in your favor with the 11-11 card. Like, what you don't see coming is definitely some sort of major wish fulfillment, something that you have really wished for, really hoped for, really wanted, really worked hard on, like really tried to manifest, you know, like maybe you've put in a lot of work for it. And it's like, that's celebration. That's good luck. That is like the uptick of life cycles. That is taking like chances. That's following the divine, you know, but there's a lot of celebration and joy and love. Like, what's up with that? And the Two of Cups, like, dang, Saggy. This looks freaking amazing. What you don't see coming is like a side swipe of like, amazing. Jeez. Page of Pentacles, like this might be like a sudden like money move, or like maybe suddenly their like money is moving more into your bank account. You know what I mean? But there's definitely an uptick of good fortune. Like you are radiating, Sagittarius. And the Judgment and the Upright. You know, you might feel like you might just go get your hair done. Like you might have like this whole new, it's like you feel like you've shed all of your old layers. You know, maybe you're buying a whole new wardrobe. Like you just feel really refreshed, you know, really, really energized. Like, I mean, Sagittariuses are like the Energizer Bunny anyways, but it's like you're on like steroids, you know, and not in a bad way, but like you are Sagittarius times 10. Just that optimistic, like fast moving energy, like you're ready to go, go, go. And boom, with the Nine of Cups too. Like, dang. Sagittarius, that's definitely wishes coming true. That is wishes come, and the Sun card. Somebody better claim this reading. Like, this is nothing but good karma, good fortune, a good time, like wish fulfillment, happiness. You know, that's, you got the Nine of Cups, you got the Judgment and the Upright, you've got the Two of Cups, you've got the Sun card, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, you've got the Fool in the upright, you've got the Four of Wands in the upright, you've got the King of Cups in the upright. Like, damn. Like, can I be a Sagittarius? Like, I have a Sagittarius moon. I'm gonna claim this. I'll claim this right now. But Sagittarius, what you don't see coming is all this good fortune. It's like, this is your season. I don't know what's going on right now, but this is Sagittarius's winning season for sure. It's like everything that you have ever wanted is finally coming to fruition. You know, everything that you have ever dreamed of, like something that you've super dreamed of, is coming to fruition. You know, whatever you've had, like whatever you've had your eye on is coming to fruition. Like these are some of, like, it's all of the best cards in the entire deck, pretty much. Like, what are we missing? Ace of Cups in the upright. Like, you've got all the best cards. You've got the best hand, right? Like right now is like, you might not know what to do with yourself, Sagittarius. Those are all the best cards pretty much in the entire tarot. Is all came out for you, Sagittarius. Six of Cups, family, happy, memories, making new memories, you know. You just have that childlike sense to you. Like the childlike Empress. The World and the upright, like that's completion of whatever cycles, you know. accomplishments. Like you might be getting, if you were in school, like you might be finding out that you're getting your certificate. Like you just have a whole, like this is nothing but wish fulfillment and happiness. And that might completely blindside you. It might come out of nowhere, you know, like, wow, am I really getting everything that I've ever asked for? Like, is this really happening right now? Like, am I really winning the lottery? Like the lottery with life? Like right now, Sagittarius, you will be winning the lottery with life. You got the strength card. You ain't got no drama, you know, on it. The King of Pentacles, like your money looks good. You look good. Like I've never seen such a positive reading. So that might come out of nowhere. You might be like, whoa, all this happiness, embrace it, okay? Embrace that. Because as you know, it's not always like that, right? That wheel of fortune, what comes up must come down. What's at the bottom must go up, right? So make sure that when this comes in like this, that you put it inside of a little jar in your memory jar, and keep it for the times when it feels bad, right? So you can pop that little jar open and remember how good this moment felt. So that way in the future, when you're going through some sort of bad time or hard time, you can remember what it felt like to be in that good time. And that's like proof right there that it won't always be whatever the situation is that, like, you know, whenever you're going through a hard time, it won't always be that way. So make sure that you put that in your memory bank. We have a easier time remembering all the bad things. So make sure that you put this time of joy and wish fulfillment inside of your memory bank to open it for a rainy day, okay? Because that's pretty powerful. Let's get you a fuck it card. What do we got? I'm a Saggy moon too. Saggy 4th house. Yeah, I've been learning about the houses. I don't know as much about the houses as I do the other stuff, but what do we got it from the fuck it cards? What do we got? It says maybe it's because they're mean and stupid. These cards are so funny. Sometimes it is because people are mean and stupid. That's a them problem. They're just mean and stupid. And you stirred the poop pot. Don't be stirring poop pots. These are my mom's favorite cards. She's like, you better read the fucking cards. So I was like, all right. I don't know. Those did not pertain to your reading, but they're still kind of funny. Okay, let's go on to the Capricorn collective. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Hi, welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming. Okay, and that's if you stay on your current timeline, you don't exit stage left or about face or insert Ned Flanders, scream and run, and run. Okay, so let's find out. What does Capricorn not see coming? Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out, and subscribe. Come down and say hello. Hello. It is a little click for you, but a big bada boom, chicken good, multi-pass. I'm funny looking. Funny haha, funny looking. What do we got for Capricorn? What does Capricorn not see coming? And please go and check out Mojo Tarot if you haven't already, and my Tarotist and Tarot Vibes and Goodman's Mixes, okay? Make sure that you are liking all of your favorite YouTube people. It doesn't matter if they do tarot or not. Make sure that you're giving that little like, because it does help the algorithm. You know, it lets the algorithm know that, like, hey, people actually kind of like this stuff. So it makes it to where more people can see it, and the more people can see it, then, you know, the bigger the community grows. Ain't no unity without community. Capricorn, what you don't see coming. Ooh, there might be somebody coming towards you that's trying to reconnect. Okay. There might be somebody that you had like beef with, you know, that wants to squash the beef, that has been all inside their feelings, you know, maybe feeling a little bit reflective, you know, but I think this is somebody that you like either held a grudge towards you or you held a grudge towards, you know, but they are definitely really like they're moving forward with a lot of ambition, you know, like you got the Knight of Swords, you know, but I don't think that you're going to meet them with open arms, okay, with the Ten of Cups in reverse. You're not going to meet them with open arms and like a warm embrace, or the like roles can always be reversed. So there's either somebody that you've been really thinking about reaching out to that you think is holding a grudge towards you, that isn't going to be so receptive to you reaching out to them, or that is somebody that is really contemplating reaching out to you, somebody that like that thinks that you're holding a grudge against them. But either way, it is not going to be as lovey-dovey as this person or you think it is, you know. Like there's definitely not like you guys don't align with moral values, or you guys are just not in alignment. Like you guys don't have the same moral compass, you know. Like for one thing that this person thinks is totally okay is probably like something that you totally absolutely disagree with, you know. There might be some super inner conflict there. Like on the outside it might look all super peachy, but on the inside, like there is a lot of like inner conflict, you know. This person could keep a lot of secrets too. Like they might be like really mysterious to you, or you just really want to know how they feel, or they just really want to know how you feel. But it's definitely not aligned with like your moral compass, with your like sense of integrity, you know. But they're going to try one more time to try to reconcile with you or try to make things right, or you're going to try one more time. There's going to be one more go around at this before they throw in the white towel. Hi, Michael. You know, but they do have like, either you or them has some sort of positive outlook on it, but it's still like that's not the happily ever after that you really want. But maybe in finding out that it's not what you really want does bring that happily ever after. It's like it brings some sort of sense of peace, you know, like just knowing that this person like isn't aligned with your inner compass, and like really like coming to terms with that being illuminated, might give you a whole lot better of a perspective, like a happy perspective. Like you might see things from a different like angle. Like it might just be a little bit brighter knowing that this person wasn't aligned with you anyways, you know. Then you can actually like let it go and move on, you know. But there's definitely a lot of regret and fear, you know. I don't know if this is a person towards you or you towards this person, but there's definitely some fear and regret that someone is carrying. You got the Justice card. So, I mean, but just know that everything happened exactly the way that it was supposed to happen. That's fairness, that's justice, that's truth, that's equality, that's balance. You know, that's like the universal law. You know, it might have seemed really shitty at the time of whatever happened, whatever the ending was that happened. And I think this person, like, you're going to try to give it one more go around with this person, or they're going to try to give it one more go around with you. And I think after, like, it's been illuminated that it really just, you know, like, as soon as you let go what's not for you, you can really find what truly is, right? Like when we hold on so tightly to something that is really not for our, like, it just causes nothing but drama and stress, and, you know, even thinking about it like ruins our day. You know what I mean? Like once you are finally illuminated to the fact that it's okay to let it go, or it's okay that it didn't work out, you know, then it'll bring in a whole lot more happiness to your inner self. You know, then you'll be able to really focus on what is for you. You'll be able to get that justice that you've been seeking. And that just might be an inner justice that you're seeking. But I feel like there's a lot of regret, or maybe it's just you letting go of that regret and letting it just be what it is, you know, or them letting go of that regret. But there's definitely somebody that's going to come forward, you know, from your past. They're going to give it one more shot. But there's definitely secrets. There's secrets. There's hidden agendas, you know. This person's got some sort of ulterior motive. You know, maybe they just want to come back into your good graces just so they could be in your good graces. But there's definitely some sort of ulterior motive. And you've been carrying this burden for too long. Whatever this burden is, you've been carrying it for too long. So once it's been illuminated, and once you really figure out that that's really not for your higher, like this person isn't for your higher self, then you can actually move on to what actually is for you. Then you can actually move on to your 1111, to your wish fulfillment, to your celebration, to your joy. But right now there's still a lot of tension. There's too much tension. The past is definitely going to be brought up, you know. This person might be acting super cold towards you, made some really bad choices, emotional decisions, you know, and they feel bad about it. And they do still feel a really strong connection to you with the Lovers card. You know, they have a very, like, you take up space in their mind for sure, or they take up space in yours. But that energy is going to have to be let go of in order to move forward. Like, you can't say, you know, oh, I forgive you, or, oh, I'm sorry, and then bring it right back up in the next argument, you know? Like, that's kind of what this energy feels like. It's like, okay, yeah, I forgive you. But then anytime that anything happens, like, they just bring it right back up. That's not forgiveness, you know? Or if they say that they're sorry, and then, you know, you give them another shot, and then within like 3 months, my mom always says anybody can be good for 3 months. Anybody can wear a mask for like 3 months, but 3 months is like the most that somebody can actually wear a mask, you know? But then it just goes right back into what they do, right back what they were doing to begin with, what caused the problem to begin with. Words. So this person definitely feels a very strong connection to you, and they are going to try to make a return, Capricorn. But that energy, whatever caused the problem to begin with, is still very much active, you know? All right, let's get you a fuck it card. That's the one thing about, like, in relationships, you know, the most toxic that it ever was, like, if like, I've noticed whenever people fight, right, and they're like in an on and off again relationship, on and off, like, whatever the worst fight was that you guys got into, the worst that you guys ever were to each other, it's like the next fight starts at that base level. It just starts off right where it left off, okay, and then it increases to this one, and then the next fight will start off at this level, and then it increases to this one. That's why at the very beginning of the relationship, it's important to have, like, honest and clear communication without a lot of finger pointing, without a lot of, like, oh, you know, we have to be really aware of, like, how defensive people get when we use the word you, right? It's like automatically they're like this, they're like, they want to fight, like, they get defensive, they put up their walls. So one of the things I learned in, like, paramediation classes and stuff like that was trying to learn how to eliminate the word you and focus on I. Okay, so the next time that you guys come together, in order for this relationship to work, you're going to have to be on an equal playing ground, okay, in order for it to start at the same level and not go continuously here and then continuously up. Let's get you a fuck it card. And there are some things that just can't be worked through. Like, once you've broken certain trusts or whatnot, there's some things that just cannot, like, you just can't work through, you know? Somebody will say that they forgive you, but in the back of their mind, like, they're going to bed thinking that you're lying to them all the time. And, like, you don't want to lay next to somebody that you don't believe, you know? I don't know how many times I laid next to somebody that I was like, I believe you, knowing in the back of my head, I sure as hell didn't believe them. So it was like, not only was I lying to them, I was trying to lie to myself, you know, and all kissy face and, like, laying there awake, like, pretending like I actually believed what it was that what they said or what they, you know, and I didn't. So don't do that to yourself. If you honestly don't believe something, you know what I mean? Like, don't lay there in bed wondering if they're telling you the truth or not telling you the truth. Like, that's just disrespectful to you, you know? This says, wait for shit to settle down. Yeah, this might be too heavy in the energy right now. Like, it's too active in your energetic field for it to be something other than what it is right now. It says, are you crazy? Say no. Say no. No. No is a whole sentence, not no with a question mark. Like, no, you know, like, don't say no like you're asking for permission to say no. Like, no. Hell no. All right. If it's not a hell yeah, it's a hell no. Hell to the nah, nah, nah. All right. Let's go on to the Aquarius collective. I didn't do timestamps. That's okay. I've got a Goodman. Goodman is awesome and amazing. And it's such an honor. Aquarius. Excitable. Thank you so much, Goodman. All right, Aquarius. Hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming, and that is if you stay on the current timeline that you are presently on. If you don't make any sort of about faces and turn left or right, or insert Ned Flanders scream and run, you know, runs faster scared, for the current timeline that you are on right now, or what you don't see coming. Please remember to hit that little like button and the subscribe button on your way in or on your way out. It is a little click for you, but a big, big bada boom for me, okay? Chicken good, multipass. We got this. Aquarius. Aquarius. What do you not see coming? What does Aquarius not see coming? What do we got for Aquarius? Thank you guys so much for being here. It is truly an honor. Aquarius. Ooh, Aquarius. Somebody's going to be having their hand out, it looks like. Somebody wants you to give them a handout or a hand up, or like there's like some sort of like expectation that you should just, you know, help this person, or like help this person move, or give this person money. And I think that you are going to hi-ya chop. Like, you are going to King of Swords somebody. All right. Like, I think that you are very much going to have to put a person in their place. You know, that you are definitely armed with the tools that you need. I mean, and if you can help this person, like, only give if you actually can give. But if there's somebody that just assumes that you're just supposed to, you know, like, nobody has that. Nobody, like, you aren't anybody's possession. Okay. Like, nobody owns you. Like, you're not somebody's possession. Like, your possessions aren't their possessions, especially if like you guys aren't a team together. But this person just assumes that like they're entitled to something that you have, or they're entitled like because they helped you do this or helped you do that. It's like, so that they have this unwritten contract where you're supposed to do for them, you know. This person has some sort of expectation of like assumption of whatever it is that you own, or whatever your time management is. Like, they just assume that you have to make time for them because they are this person to you, you know. And I think that you are definitely going to be speaking your mind on that. And yeah, you're pulling out the Emperor, you're pulling out the King of Swords. It's like, no, I've built what I have. Like, you're not entitled to it. There's somebody that's going to feel like they are entitled either to your time or to your money, or like they're going to be, because you helped them in the past, maybe financially, that means that you're going to help them now, you know. Look, some people are like, that's a wish, like you're like somebody making a wish, but it's like, it really feels like there's somebody going to be begging, you know. I've never really used that with that card before, but that's what it feels like. It feels like there's somebody that's going to be like begging for your for something that you have, you know, and maybe that you've helped them before, you know, but this person has turned into a burden. It's like, yeah, I might have given you money before, but that doesn't mean that I'm your bank. You know, like this person like feels like they're taking advantage of whatever it is that you've given them before. So now they feel entitled to it. And that's the problem with takers, man, is that takers will never set boundaries. They will just take and take and take and expect, and, you know, feel entitled and assume, you know, assume is ask you, me, assume, right? And this person has become like helping them has become a burden. So I think you are going to be chopping them off. What's your chop? Hiya, chop. Yeah, look, you're not going to be volunteering your time. You're not going to be volunteering your hard-earned money, you know, just to keep this person afloat. It's like, because they have definitely taken advantage of you in the past, right? It's like, no, you got to work. You put in the work. Like, you could do the exact same thing that I'm doing. Like, you are perfectly capable of being where I'm at right now, except for you haven't put in the work and I have. So I've put in all the work and you're trying to reap all of the benefits of that. It's like, there's like, no, like, you're going to have to cut this person off. And it might hurt you to cut them off. Like, it might be somebody that that you love dearly, you know. And that's one of the hardest things about truly loving yourself, is learning how to say no to people, especially people that you love. Like, people say, oh yeah, love yourself, or be a boss this, or, you know, like king of the castle that, but it's like, they don't tell you what that encompasses. You know, they don't tell you like how hard it hurts to tell somebody that you love, no, like, no, you can't stay here. You know what I mean? Like, because I love myself, you know, like, I need you to love yourself the way that I love myself. And nobody talks about like how hard it really is to truly like embody that love for yourself, you know, because you want to be a good person. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, you want to see them do good. You want to help whenever you can, but not at the expense of it being a burden to you. Okay. And I think that there's somebody that's going to be asking for a handout. And like, you might be tested. This might be a test, you know? 5 of Swords. Do you have the tools? You've got the tools. The 2 of Wands says it. Look, he's armed. He's ready to go into that cave, to fight that demon, to face those battles. You know, Apollo comes down with the swords of truth to stop that burden, to end that misery, to relieve the burden of self-doubt, of isolation, of the furies, you know? So I think that there's going to be a test here with this person. This person is going to test you, and it might hurt you to have to do it, but like, sometimes like helping people is actually like inhibiting their progress, right? It's like, if you're constantly like say that you've got a family member that is an addict or an alcoholic, you know, and they'll go and spend all the money on beer or whatever, but then not pay their bills. So then they come to you with this sob story about how they need to pay their bills. And because you love them, you're like, yeah, okay, I'll help you, you know, but in the long run, like, that's not really helping them. That's like enabling them to continue their bad behavior. So I think you're going to have to like tough love somebody. All right, let's get a fuck it card. What does Aquarius have for the fuck it? You can't duck it, fuck it. I know, a lady shouldn't talk like that, right? No comment, no comment. Be good, be good. What do we got for Aquarius? Hiya. Says, a group of fuckers can help you achieve success. Yeah, but we all need that like community. Ain't no unity without community, right? But you also don't want to be enabling people to be dumbasses either. You can't enable people's dumbass behavior, but you could also be a community like we are. Like, you know, Mojo's got his own channel. I've got my channel. Goodman's got his channel. Jess has got her channel. Like, Tarot Vibes got her channel. Like, Enchanted Cottage has got her channel. And like, we're all still here supporting each other and loving each other, and not like, you know, ain't no unity without community. And oh, look, the trash just took itself out. How cute is that? Trash pandas. All right. Let's go on to the Pisces collective. Pisces. I can't help it. I love trash pandas. Them little beady eyes and their thumbs. Like I was at my friend's house in Fountain because I live in Colorado, and we were in this apartment complex, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. Like I used to do a bunch of stuff with like the Hearst Club. Like I was really big into like the Hearst Club and like doing like goth night, and like all my friends drove hearses, and like we had just come back from the club one night at like 2:00 in the morning, and there was this whole family of raccoons, and they were walking on their hind legs, right, talking to each other in their little chit chat, and they went to the trash can and were like throwing stuff over their shoulders, you know, and like there was like this whole family, they were like walking like gangsters. Like I love trash pandas. Of course, Jojo. All right, Pisces. Stay on target. Focus. What do we got for the Pisces collective? Hi, Pisces. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. We are going to find out what you don't see coming, all right? And that's if you stay on the current timeline that you are in right now. Remember that you are the author of your choose your own adventure. So you can about face, and you know, if you don't like the outcome of whatever, you can always about face, or you can exit stage left, you know, but if you stay on the current timeline that you're on right now, what's coming in that you don't see come in? Yeah, fishy friends. Last but not least, they say Pisces are like the most advanced signs of the zodiac, right? Like my little brother is one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Like he can break down the whole entire universe using math, but like he has a really hard time like on one-to-one conversations with like normal people around, you know? So he's got that book smarts. I've got the street smarts, and my little brother's got the book smarts. And he's a Pisces. All right, Pisces, what you don't see coming. I'm trying to shuffle quietly so I don't blow anybody's eardrums out. Oh, there he is, right there. Yeah, he could talk to you for days about quantum physics, but he's gotten better with his street smarts. He's got a little bit more aware and like a little better with his street smarts. All right. Pisces, what you don't see coming. Do you feel like there's some sort of unfairness? You got the Justice in reverse. You've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You've got a lot of like lofty thinking, some wishful thinking, a lot of ideas, some daydreaming, but it's like you're not committed to any one of these daydreams. It's like you might dream a bunch of lofty things. You might have all these like brilliant ideas, but it's like none of them you're like completely committed to, with the Page of Pentacles and the Justice in reverse. You know, there might be other people in your energy that are just treating you unfairly, or like they lack accountability, you know, or they lack commitment. Maybe there's supposed to be people on your team that, you know, it's like you're the only one that's actually on the team. This is Pixie. Say hi, Pixie. This is my love bug. Yeah, and it might make you angry and frustrated. There might be like you're frustrated and angry with the lack of commitment that other people have around you. You know, it might not be you yourself, but there is a sense of worry. You know, there's a fear there, and there's frustration for sure about somebody's inability to be committed to what they say that they're going to do. You know, and there's a little bit of conflict, some disagreements. The Five of Swords. There might be somebody that's sneaky around you. They're a little bit of a bully. That's like the win at all costs kind of energy here, you know? That's like, I don't care if I have to lie, cheat, steal, fuck someone over, do whatever I got to do. Like, I'm going to sell my soul. I'm going to sell out on my own sense of integrity to prove you wrong or to do you dirty. Or it's like this person is definitely, they don't have the best energy, you know? I think without this person, without putting all of your energy into worrying about this person, I think you are a lot happier. Like, this person is definitely not a team player. Like, if you are worried about somebody that's on your team, is like, I think you would do better by yourself. All right. If this person gives you this much turmoil and makes you feel completely unbalanced, is like, you need to find better teammates, you know, or somebody to do work with you that actually works with you instead of works against you. Because if you put that person aside, you put the worry of that person aside, then what you got the 9 and the 10 of cups. All right. That is progression. But you gotta process out of this energy, out of whatever this disappointment is, you know. And that's one thing, man. Like, that's the thing about working with other people or being in a relationship with other people. Like I was in a band, you know, there's the, like, being in a band is like being in a relationship with 5 other people. I've seen people like try to burn someone else's house down because they like dropped out of a band or because a band broke up. All right. Like, that's just like being on a construction team or being in a relationship. A relationship, like an actual intimate relationship, is usually a one-on-one type deal, right? It's not as difficult as being in, you know, being a foreman or a team leader of like a whole entire corporation, or being a manager of like a store. It's like, then you are responsible for all these other people that are beneath you. So, not beneath you, that's not the right word, but the people that you're in charge of being a leader to, right? And there's somebody that you're a leader to, or that you're in partnership with, that is absolutely not committed the way that you are. I mean, and maybe they don't have to be, because maybe it's your business, or maybe it's your, you know, your company, you know, but at the same time, like, you need to find somebody that is willing to be on that same level of commitment with you, that is on that same field, you know, that the same energetic field that you are in, because this person is making things harder rather than making them being a team member. Like, a team should be able to work together as a team, right? Like, you should be able to run production, to make things happen, to build, to, you know, like, when you are down, then I'm up, and when you're up, I'm, you know, like 50-50, 100%, 70-30, you know what I mean? To pick up the slack. And this person, whoever it is that's been really in your energy, is definitely not a good team member. They're just not on your team. You know, they're trying to make things more difficult, or trying to prove you wrong whatever way that they can. So I think once you get rid of that person, like, you will have, with the World, once you get rid of it, once you stop that cycle, or just not have it so much in, you know, fire them, or like, just not worry about them as much, then you've got that 9 and the 10. All right. Yeah. You might be wanting to save some money. You know, don't be overly spending. Make sure that you have a little bit of comfort, like a little bit of cushion there. If you are, but don't hold too tightly to it, to where it binds the flow of energy, right? It's like, it's finding that balance between the flow of in and out energy, right? But that's the same thing that goes in your personal life. Just don't have that lack mentality. Don't think that you're not ever going to have finances, because money comes and goes. Your time, you never get back. Okay. Like, if you're worried about a financial situation, like if you're like wanting to take a trip somewhere, you know, and you're super worried about like, you know, well, how will I come back from this, or how will I be able to afford this when I get back, or how am I going to have enough money to do this? Like, money always comes and goes, but your time, you never get back. So if you have a chance to go out there and make memories, like, I would absolutely suggest that you go and make the memories, rather than worried about focusing harboring all of the financial money stuff, like, because that will come and go. All right. But it will turn to positivity. Like once you let go of this fear and this worry and whatever this non-team member is, or like once you put them in their place about that, like it's definitely going to lift. Yeah. Once you throw in the white towel on that situation, you know, it might be painful, but endings, like sometimes what's got to go is got to go, you know. Then you'll find your happiness and your wish fulfillment, your permanent contentment, your emotional independence, your financial independence. There's definitely somebody that's not a team player. But the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, right? So if it's down right now, then it has nowhere to go but up. Okay. And if it's up right now, make sure that you cherish that uptime, because at some point it's going to come down. Okay. So make sure you put that uptime in a little bit of bottle, you know, so that you can put it in your memory bank and open it for the times that you feel bad, right? For your rainy day. So you can remember a time that was good and know that it won't always be that way. So cherish your times when they're good. Let's get you a fuck it card. What do we got for the buckets? It says a kind, I'll let you read it. You can read it. A kind mofo is going to help you. Okay. There is somebody, not everybody is uncommitted and lame. All right. Whoever this person is that you're working with that's uncommitted is lame. And it says, shut up. Sometimes silence is required. Hi, Tanya. Right? It's amazing the company that silence keeps sometimes. And sometimes you could just hear people talk and they tell on themselves, you know. Silence is awesome sometimes. That's my friend Tanya. If you haven't checked out Tarot Vibes, go give my friend Tanya a follow and a holla. Say hello. And check out Goodman's Mixes and Mojo and Tarot Vibes, my therapist. Check out Jessica. Thank you guys so much for being here. So those were all of the signs I had for tonight. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. It is truly an honor that I'm alive and I'm here to do this, much less have people like here to support me. So I love you guys so very much. Like I don't have the right words. There are no human words for the amount of appreciation that I feel for everyone that shows up. All right. So I hope you guys have a very wonderful, wonderful morning, evening, night. Have a wonderful everything always, right? And until next time, I love you. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Mwah.